What's up, guys? Steve here with your second stimulus check and stimulus package update, as we've received word that today the House of Representatives has passed the amendment to make the $600 stimulus check a $2,000 stimulus check. Now, this is not quite breaking news or anything to be excited about just yet because it's passed the House, but it still needs to go on to the Senate, and that's where its future is a little bit uncertain. Now, we're going to be diving into an article that's going to be breaking down some of the details for us as to what has unfolded, but this is some good news as we're moving forward in the right direction to potentially increase these stimulus checks. So, as I mentioned, in this video, we're going to be diving into an article that covers it in more detail and also discussing the issue that Republicans have with a larger stimulus check. So I'm going to get you caught up on all the details. We're going to go ahead and dive right in here, and we're going to take a look at the possibility of getting these larger checks. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, if you like and appreciate these video updates, be sure to smash the like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Like button, dropping comments, and sharing these videos out. It helps me out. Thank you so much. And also, if you're not already part of the viewing community and you would like to stay up to date on all the stuff that's rolling out right now, be sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way as soon as I upload these videos, you can be notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. Now let's go ahead and dive into the latest with this $2,000 stimulus check amendment that we might see come through tomorrow. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Link in the description below to this article that came out this evening that reads, House passes a bill for $2,000 stimulus checks, leaving it up to the GOP-controlled Senate. In other words, this $2,000 stimulus check is now in the hands of Republicans in the Senate. And this article says, the House voted on Monday to increase the second round of federal direct payments to $2,000 as Democrats embrace President Donald Trump's call to put more money in America's pockets. Now, as you recall, on Tuesday evening, that's when we saw the president with his breaking news that he was not going to be signing the bill unless two things happened. And the first was they removed what he called the pork that is going out to foreign countries. All this aid that he said needed to be targeted towards Americans. And the second thing was the $2,000 stimulus check request that he had. He said that the $600 that was in the bill was a measly amount for a stimulus check, and he wanted to see it bumped up to $2,000 stimulus checks. So now we're seeing Democrats address this in their amendment that they passed today. And it says, the measure would boost the stimulus checks in the year-end pandemic relief and government funding package to $2,000 from $600. The vote came a day after Trump signed the more than $2 trillion pandemic aid and full-year government spending into law. The House passed the payment in a fast-track procedure with just enough support to meet the two-thirds threshold needed. The chamber approved the measure in a 275 to 134 vote. And it says, Democrats backed the bill by a 231 to 2 margin, so pretty much almost a unanimous consent. And it says 44 GOP representatives supported the measure and 130 voted against it. After days of calls by Republican Trump to increase payments to $2,000. Now, I just want to say that is very significant because that actually means that there was a decent amount of support from Republicans, and a lot of Republicans are trying to back Trump on this and increase stimulus checks. So it seemed like it was very unlikely that it was going to get passed in the Senate. That's going to be coming up. But if we saw this kind of support from Republicans in the House, that makes it possible that maybe there will be support in the Senate. And remember, we only need 2/3 to get this passed. And we've received word that Democrats have said in the Senate that all of them are going to be voting in favor of these $2,000 checks. Jumping down and reading on, the article says, a spokesman for Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell did not immediately respond to a request to comment on whether the chamber would vote on the House-passed bill. So right here, they're suggesting that the Senate might not even take this bill up for a vote. So we're going to see what unfolds there. It says, in a Sunday statement cheering Trump's decision to pass the year-end legislation, McConnell did not mention any plans to vote on larger payments. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said Monday that he would try to pass the legislation in the Senate on Tuesday. So it is looking like we're going to be seeing a vote in the Senate tomorrow. Now, it did pass in the House today, but we're going to see what unfolds tomorrow in the Senate. Now, it says, every Senate Democrat is for this much-needed increase in emergency financial relief, which can be approved tomorrow if no Republicans block it. There is no good reason for Senate Republicans to stand in the way, he said in a statement. So he's saying, Republicans, please get behind this. There's no good reason for you to block it. We want to provide larger stimulus checks for the American people, and we need to pass this. But we're going to need support from Republicans in the Senate. All right, guys, so link in the description below if you'd like to check out the article for yourself. But let's discuss what is the hang-up with Republicans and larger stimulus checks. Well, the issue is not necessarily the checks themselves. The issue is the national debt that's going to be accrued by this stimulus package. They want to keep the overall price tag under $1 trillion for the stimulus, and that includes also the money that's being reallocated from the CARES Act. So this is not even going to be a $1 trillion stimulus package. It's probably going to be about half that in actuality of new money, but they're still concerned. They want to keep it as low as possible, and they said $1 trillion is the cap. Now, right now, it's currently at $900 billion, and included in that has these $600 stimulus checks. Now, the price tag for that is $150 billion. So of that $900 billion, 150 of that is just stimulus checks. Now, as you recall, we had $1,200 stimulus checks, and it was about $300 billion for those. So if we upped it, if we upped it from 600 to 1,200, we would already pass that 1 trillion mark and be at 1 trillion.05. So right there, that's going to be passing that mark. Now, if we do $2,000 stimulus checks, like what is currently being proposed, that's going to be a $500 billion price tag. So that's going to add an additional 350 from where we currently are. Because right now we've got 150 plus add 350, that's 500 billion for just stimulus checks. And that's going to put us at an overall price tag of 1.25 trillion. So the question is, are Senate Republicans going to be okay with us being over $1 trillion, as a matter of fact, being at 1.25? That's the question. And there's a lot of Republicans, though, or there's several, now I'm not going to say a lot, that suggest that we should increase the stimulus check amounts and be able to provide bigger checks right now at this time to Americans. So really what we need to do is we're going to be seeing tomorrow, are the Republicans that are going to be supporting this? Do we have enough to get 2/3 majority in the Senate? Now, keep in mind the fact there are 50 seats in the Senate that are held by Republicans, and there are 48 seats held by Democrats. Democrats said they're going to support this unanimously, meaning there's 48 votes for it. But we need to get about 66, 67 votes to get this approved. So we need about 20 Republicans to get on board. And tomorrow, we're going to see what unfolds. Well, you guys, that is your $2,000 stimulus check and stimulus package update. Now, it got passed in the House today. We'll see if it gets passed in the Senate tomorrow, if they take it up. But there is still a possibility that we could see a $2,000 stimulus check. But let's not get too excited just quite yet. I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date on whatever unfolds. But if this does happen, $600 is already on its way to you, and if you direct deposit, you'll be seeing it next week. But then, if this passes, you'll see an additional $1,400 coming your way as well, for a total of $2,000. So once again, whatever unfolds, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. And if you made it this far and you like and appreciate these updates and you haven't already, be sure to smash the like button. It helps out the channel. And also, if you're not already part of the viewing community, why not? Everybody's doing it. Smash the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that way as soon as I upload, you can be notified. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. I do my best to respond to as many comments down below as I can, but I can't get to them all, so Instagram is a better way to reach me as well. Well, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. Have a blessed evening. This is Steve.